I knew it was a mistake. But I think when you go through so much in life and you can only control so much, you get to a place mentally and physically, from what I've been dealing with and what I've dealt with, it was tough. But in my heart, I know who I am. I immediately started to coach. Like I coached my son, so I was always in it, and I knew it was a mistake. But where I am now, I feel I'm in a much better place mentally, physically, and even spiritually. So I'm actually thankful it happened.
John, it might be a little humbling maybe to have to come to a tryout situation and show what you can do. I mean, how did you approach, your first chance here to make it back into the league?
Oh, you look at it like this. Well, in my situation, I was a top 10 draft pick, and we all talk about it all the time. Like, man, if we ever get to the point where we have to try out, we'd probably be done. But then you get to that point, and you're like, you don't have no other choice. And when I got the opportunity, I was probably the happiest person on earth. Me and my son, just sitting there being, you know, I was just grateful and thankful. And when I got here, I was happy to be here. So it wasn't more so, it's a rookie mini camp. I was looking at it this way. It was an opportunity again for me to play football again. So that's what I seen. It could have been a Eagles Canadian tryout. I would have been there, happy and willing and able.
How did you get from the point you were at when you retired to where you are now? How did you navigate that?
As far as what?
Well, you said you weren't in a good place, and you feel like you are now. How did you get here?
I feel like there's a lot of different things. I think when you get in a point where you feel like you're at your lowest, you get a chance to see everything for what it is. And then you get to kind of look around and see your surroundings. And I can tell you that my environment wasn't great. So you kind of gotta hone down and pay attention to what matters to you and what's real. And I got to see my son every single day, and I think that changed my life because it just let me know that I don't have anything to worry about. I'm blessed and I have everything in front of me, and I'm young. I feel young. I haven't played that much football. So I just got to a point where I was just sitting there thinking every single day, how do I change my mentality? How do I change my mindset? I got this little boy inspiring me every day through him, watching him play football and him learn and me teach him. And I used to feel bad because I would get on him so much, and I used to be like, I should be getting on myself, because I can see me in him. And it was, I can honestly say he pulled me out of a bad place. And again, I'm very thankful.
How old is your son, and what was his reaction to finding out that you were going to try to come back?
My son just turned 7, actually last week. And I asked him, right before I came, because I already knew I was coming for rookie minicamp, but I asked him, I said, son, tell me a few teams, you would like dad to, try out for. And sure enough, the second team he said was the Eagles, and I lit up like a Christmas tree, and I just knew I was supposed to be here. So that right there kind of just, it motivated me to basically, when I got on that plane, I told myself, don't come home. And that was my focus going through, and it's still my focus now.
What was the first team?
He said the Ravens. He's a big Lamar Jackson fan. So
What's his name, your son?
my son's name is Kyrie.
Kyrie.
And so is it hard to be away after having seen him every day? Is it hard to be away right now?
Absolutely. I mean, every second I spend away from him is hard. But I understand sacrifice, and he's older now to where he calls me. He's like even today, he called me right before meetings, and he went to school. He's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm going to meetings," And he's just happy. Every day he wants to hear how practice is, and that really keeps me in it. I'm already in it for myself. Like I'm like I said, I wake up every day happy. Like I can wake up at 3 a.m. and just I'll smile because I'm like I'm really in Philly. You know what I'm saying? And I actually grew up an Eagles fan too, so it's actually crazy. But he calls me every day and keeps me in it for sure.
You were drafted.
I'm sorry.
What do you tell him about today's practice?
Oh, Dad was running today. I'll just tell him. Today I feel like today was a good day. I think I'm starting to kind of get the offense more, and I'm getting to focus more on the details, and I'm getting in there more. So I feel better each and every day.
What do you think you show the Eagles in that tryout, and what do you want to show over the next few weeks and then in training camp?
I haven't lost a step. I'm still the same guy. Even I feel like I'm better than what I was, just because where I am mentally. I think physically that was probably my biggest problem. I've dealt with so many injuries, and I mean, sure enough, you guys know, you've heard. But I think what was hindering my success was my mental. But because of how I was feeling physically, so tying all that together, I think it kind of put me in a bad place. But where I am now, like I don't see myself in a bad place at all. So
You were drafted in this city, right?
absolutely.
Okay. Do you have any recollections of what that was like? I mean, all the Philly fans and that, and you went on the hospital visit and that?
Yeah, I don't remember too much of what we did. I do remember some of that. We went to,
Shriners Hospital?
yeah, I think so. But that was a great moment for me. It was a lot of gifting suites and just meeting some of the other players, some of the older cats that played in the league. It was a great experience.
Why do you think you're as fast as you used to be? Have you been timed in the 40 or?
You said,
Why do you think you're as fast as you used to be?
I think I'm faster, and I know that's kind of crazy to say, but I'm not feeling the same way I felt before physically. So that's why I say I think I'm faster. And when I say that, don't get me wrong, I ran 4.22. I'm not saying I'm 4.15 or anything, but what I'm saying is I just feel better. So I think I can consistently be faster, and I think that was my biggest thing. Like, can this guy go every single day and look the same every single day? And I feel that I'm getting to the point where I can be consistent with my speed. And to me, that's the biggest blessing that I can ask for.
You mentioned the 4.22. What was your reaction to seeing that get broken at the combine?
You know what? First, I want to say congrats to him. I don't have social media or his number or anything, and I know people are probably like, "Oh, John is mad" or anything, but I know records are meant to be broken, and I held it for 7 years. I tell people all the time, it's not like I was getting paid for it, so I'm not going to sit here and be mad. And that's big ups to him. I think that's amazing. That's rolling, and again, I'm happy to see it happen. Of course, no one wants their record to be broken, but I'm not going to sit here and dwell on it. Like, I'm still blessed, and again, I broke it first, So again, I was thankful to be in a position to where I'm the one that got it broken. So
What do you mean by more consistent with your speed?
just being able to run fast every day. And I think that's tough because you probably heard people say all the time, like guys who get a sports car, you don't want to drive your sports car every day. It'll break down, So when you consistently can be fast every day and display that, like, that's what I'm known for. When you hear my name, you associate me with speed. So if I can't be that guy every single day, then I'm kind of not going to be available for what they want me to do. So if I can be consistent every day and come in and be healthy and be fast every single day, then I don't see me not being in a position